I'm basically convinced that the dream lawyer job is a career staff attorney job at an appellate court. I mean, obviously, this is a completely subjective determination, but still. Having worked as a state appellate court staff attorney for 6 years, I can pretty definitively say that, at least for me, that job is as good as it gets. Meaningful work, all the reading, all the writing, interesting cases, contributing in some small way to a better, fairer justice system, and of course, no billables. I shared last week that 1 year after I quit my job in Big Law for a job in legal publishing, I quit my job in legal publishing as well. Why? I was hired as a staff attorney at a state appellate court, and I was pretty convinced that if there was going to be a legal job that worked for me, that job was going to be it. Today, I want to talk about what made the appellate court job such a good fit for me, and why landing your dream lawyer job can be as instrumental in your decision to leave the law as having a terrible lawyer job is. I'm Sarah Cottrell. I practiced law for 10 years, and now I help unhappy lawyers ditch their soul-sucking jobs. Okay, so here's the first reason that the staff attorney job was such a good fit for me. There was lots and lots of time for me to get my work done in my office by myself in quiet. I am not a good multitasker. I mean, none of us are, but I'm extra horrible at multitasking. It's always been hard for me to get work done where there's a lot of noise or a lot of people. In college, I never really would study at the library because even though it was quiet, just the fact that there were so many people around was really disruptive to my ability to work. The office of the legal publishing company that I worked for was an open plan office, and that was basically my nightmare. So taking a job where I got to work by myself in a quiet office for large amounts of time during the day was basically bliss. The second reason that the appellate court job was such a good fit for me was that the substantive work was mostly research, reading, and writing, which for me, and I'm sure for a lot of you, was something that I enjoyed and was a big part of why I had thought that being a lawyer would be a good fit for me. I don't think there is a lawyer job out there that has quite the same mix of reading and writing, and that's a huge part of why I enjoyed that job. The third reason that the staff attorney job was such a good fit for me was that one of my greatest strengths, which is reading quickly, writing quickly, and synthesizing information quickly, was actually an asset to me instead of a liability. The perverse thing about the billable hour model is that working efficiently is actually a largely negative thing. The faster you work, the less you can bill to a matter. The less you can bill to a matter, the more matters you have to take on. And each additional matter introduces a new level of complexity and potentially schedule-destroying volatility. Not to mention, people may speak admiringly of how quickly you were able to turn a draft or how quickly you were able to review a large set of documents, but that praise is not captured anywhere meaningful and doesn't have any meaningful effect on your advancement. For me, working at a place where I was genuinely being assessed on the quality of my work as opposed to the quantity was life-changing. One of my greatest strengths was actually being treated like it was a strength. There are plenty of other reasons that I could share about why being an appellate court staff attorney is so wonderful, but I'll close with this one. When you get your dream job as a lawyer, and you realize that you still don't want to do that job forever, you can be very confident that leaving the law is the right decision for you. Ultimately, that's what happened for me and why I decided to leave the law for good in 2018. If you want to learn about the first time that I had a big realization that perhaps the law was not for me, then watch the video on the screen. I'll see you in the next video.